chapter number 1. Students, in the previous lectures we have covered the topic that were multiplication of integers, as well as we have seen the properties of multiplication of integers. Now in this lecture we will be starting with the exercise 1.3. So let's see the question number 1, students. The question number 1 is, find each of the following products, right? That means in the question number 1 you are supposed to do the multiplication, but here you need to follow, or you can say the remember the rules of multiplication of integer, right? Once again I revise the rules of multiplication of integer. That is, if there is a positive and a negative sign, right, and you multiply them, the answer will always be a negative. That means if the negative sign is coming one time, then the answer will always be negative. And if the negative sign is coming two times, that means if you multiply negative integer with a negative integer, the answer will always be a positive one. So let's students see these questions. First one is 3 multiplied by minus 1. So first of all multiply 3 and 1, so you will get the answer as 3, and plus minus will be minus, right? Second question, students, minus 1 into 2, 25, right? So first of all multiply them. So 1 multiplied by 225 is 225, and minus plus, it's minus, right? Third question, minus 21 into minus 30, right? So minus minus becomes plus, minus minus becomes plus, and 21 into 30, that means multiply 21 and 30. So 21 3s are, it's 63, and put 1 0, so 630, and minus minus becomes plus. Next one, minus 316 into minus 1. So 316 multiplied by 1 is 316, and minus minus it's plus. Let's see the fifth question, students. Minus 15 multiplied by 0 multiplied by minus 18. Right? Make sure, students, that whenever you multiply any integers with the 0, right, you should remember the property, that is multiplication by 0. Answer will always be 0 only. Next one, minus 12 multiplied by minus 11 multiplied by 10. So 12 11s are, students, it is 132, and you multiply the 10, so you will get 1320, right? And minus minus becomes plus, so the answer is 1320. Okay, students, see the next question now. 9 multiplied by minus 3 multiplied by minus 6. Now 9 3s are 27, and 27 6s are, students, it is 162, right? And how many times the negative sign is there, students? The negative sign is coming 2 times, that means it is coming even time, so minus minus becomes plus, right? So minus, next question, minus 18 multiplied by minus 5 multiplied by minus 4. So 18 multiplied by 5, 18 5s are 90, and 94s are, it is 360, 94s are is 360. And how many times negative sign is there? 3 times. 3 times means, students, the negative sign is a coming odd number of times. So if it is coming odd number of times, we will always write the answer with a negative sign. Next one, minus 1 multiplied by minus 2 multiplied by minus 3 multiplied by 4. So 1 2s are 2, 2 3s are 6, and 6 4s are 24. How many times negative sign is coming, students? The negative sign is coming for 3 times. So 3 is what? It's a odd, right? So answer will always be a negative 1. See the, students, last question. Minus 3 multiplied by minus 6 multiplied by minus 2 multiplied by minus 1. So 3 6 are, students, it is 18. 18 2s are 36. 36 ones are 36, right? How many times, students, the negative sign is coming? The negative sign is coming 4 times. So 4 is what? It's a even number, so the answer will be positive. So that's why the answer is positive 36. Okay, students, now let's see the second question, that is verify the following, right? Now verify means you need to prove something equal, right? So here whenever this word comes in the mathematics, that means you need to prove something. So what is that something? You need to prove the left hand side and the right hand side, right? So see, a left hand side means the one which is there on the left hand side of yours, right? That means this is on my left side and this is on my right side. That means you need to prove that this and this both are equal. So let's see the solution, students, right? And then we can be able to say that left hand side and right hand side both are equal, because they have already mentioned here the equal to sign. That means they are already sure that the answer will be equals. But let's prove it also. So first I am solving, students, the left hand side, that is 18 multiplied by 7 plus minus 3. 18 multiplied by, now what is 7 minus 3? That is 4, right? Now 18 fours are, students, 18 fours are is what? 72. Now the same will prove on the right hand side also. So this is my right hand side question. 18 sevens are, students, 18 sevens are is 126. Now 18 threes are 54. But students, you need to see that here it is a minus sign. So whenever you are writing the answer, 18 threes are, it should be 54 with a negative sign. So minus 54. Now 126 minus 54. So 6 minus 4 is 2. 12 minus 5 is 7. Right? So students, we can see that left hand side and the right hand side, both the answers are coming same. So in the below you have to write, therefore LHS is equal to RHS. Okay students, now let's see the second sub question of question number 2. Right? Minus 21 into minus 4 plus minus 6 is equal to minus 21 into minus 4 minus 21 into minus 6. So let's do this also, and let's here also prove that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. Left hand side I am going to prove. So minus 21 into minus 4 and minus 6, students. Minus 4 and minus 6 together becomes minus 10. Minus 21 and 10 into minus 10. So 21 tens is 210, and minus minus becomes plus. Now let's going to solve. Let's go to let's see the solution of the right hand side also. Okay, 21 fours are, students, it is 84, and minus minus it is plus. I am keeping this plus sign. 21 sixes are, 21 sixes is 126. Now we are going to add. Here also see, students, minus minus plus. That's why I have not have changed any sign. So 126 and 84. So here also you are getting your left hand side and right hand side equal. So we can say that left hand side is equal to right hand side. Hope students you understood the question number 2. Okay students, now let's see the question number 3. Right? First question into it is, for any integer a, what is minus 1 into a equal to? That means we have to multiply minus 1 with the a. Students, here you need to remember the multiplicative identity property, which we have already learned in the properties of multiplication of integers, where whatever integer you multiply with the 1, you get the same integer back. So here also you need to multiply minus 1 with the a, right? Here the sign is minus, so it needs to take care. So minus 1 multiplied by a. So if you multiply minus 1 and a, you get the same integer back, but here we are having the alphabet instead of integer. So I am getting a, but here the 1 is not a positive one, it is a negative one. So here we have to write the alphabet with a negative sign. So it is minus a. Right, students? Now see the next question. Determine the integer whose product with minus 1 is. That means we have to multiply all these integers with the minus 1. The rule will remain same, but the answer will be having the negative sign. Okay. So minus 22. If you multiply with the minus 1, its sign will get changed. Right? Because if you are multiplying with the minus 1, the sign will automatically change. So minus 22 into 1, so minus 1, so you will get the answer as 22, which is your positive number. Second question is 37. If you multiply 37, positive 37 with the negative 1, so 37 ones are 37 and plus minus it is minus. Next one, 0 multiplied by minus 1. If you multiply any number with the 0, the answer will always be a 0. Okay students, now let's see the question number 4. Starting from minus 1 into 5, write various products showing some pattern to show minus 1 into minus 1 is equal to 1. That means we need to start the pattern from minus 1 into 5 and need to do up to minus 1 into minus 1. So let's begin from here. Minus 1 into 5, right? Then minus 1 into 4. One by one you have to decrease it. This minus 1 will remain as it is. Minus 1 into 3. Minus 1 into 2. Minus 1 into 1. Minus 1 into 0. Minus 1 into minus 1. So there we will stop it. Now let's see the answers of it, students. Students, now let's see the answers of it. Minus 1 multiplied by 5, right? So 1 5 is a 5 and minus plus it is minus. Minus 1 into 4, 1 4 is a 4 and minus plus it is minus. Minus 1 into 3, so 1 3 is a 3 and minus plus minus. 1 into 2 it is 2 and minus plus minus. 1 into 1 is 1 and minus plus minus. Minus 1 into 0, whatever the number you multiply with the 0, you get the answer as 0 only. Now minus 1 into minus 1, so 1 ones are 1 and minus minus it is plus. Right students, I hope you understood the question number 4. Okay students, now let's see the question number 5. Find the product using suitable properties. That means we need to find the product, that means the answer, but with the suitable properties. These things you need to remember in your mind, right? Okay, see this question number 1. 26 multiplied by minus 48 and minus 48 multiplied by minus 36. See students, in this both the multiplication, one number is common, that is minus 48. So what we can do, we can take minus 48 outside, right? So I am taking minus 48 outside from both the multiplication, and inside what is remaining, 26, this plus sign, and here we get minus 36, right? So now it is like your distributive property only, right? Right, you can solve it like this. Minus 48, 26 and minus 36. 26 is positive, 36 is a negative. So one number positive, another number is negative. So what we can do, students, we can do the subtraction. So 26 and 36 subtraction will be 10, but the greater number sign will be there, so it is minus 10. Now we'll multiply this both. So 48 tens are 480 and minus minus becomes plus. See students, now the next question is 8 multiplied by 53 multiplied by minus 125, right? So I can make a pair of 8 and 125 and can follow the commutative property. I can follow the commutative property, right? So I am making the pair of 8 and 125, and then I'll multiply with the 53. So 125 8 is 1000, and plus minus it is minus. Now 53 multiplied by 1000, it is 53,000, and plus minus it is minus. Okay students. Now just see the third question. 15 multiplied by minus 25 multiplied by minus 4 multiplied by minus 10. So here you can make a group of two numbers, and then you can multiply them. So I am making a group of 25 and 4. Why I have selected, I will tell you later on, right? And then I will make another group of 15 into minus 10. Here also we are following the commutative property only. Now 25 fours is 100. So minus minus becomes plus. Multiply by 15 tens it is 150. Plus minus it is minus. Now 100 multiplied by 150, students. 100 multiplied by 150. Just very simple quick maths is there. So it is 1 multiplied by 15, it is 15. And how many zeros to be kept? 1, 2 and 3. 3 zeros to be kept at the last. Plus minus, it is minus. See why I make a grouping of 25 and 4? The reason is I can get the zeros at the last. That's why I make a group like that. You can make a group of any integers. You can make a group of 15 and 4. You can make a group of 15 and 10, 15 and 25. It doesn't matter. But choose the numbers in such a manner that you get the zeros, maximum zeros. So it becomes your multiplication becomes easier. Now let's see the fourth question, students. Minus 41 into 102. Okay, here I can, students, apply the distributive property. I can write 102 as a sum of 102, right? So 41 first I will multiply with the 100, 41 with the 2, then later on. So first I am multiplying 41 with the 100. Simple quick maths is there. 41 into 100, that means 4100, minus plus it is minus. 41 with the 2, 41 2s are 82, and minus plus it is minus. Now both needs to be added because in between plus sign is there, students. Now you very well know that whenever you add two negative integers, right, answer is always in the negative only, right? But two negative numbers when you add, first you need to do the sum of them. So 4100 and 82 becomes 4182, and both are having the negative sign, so the answer will also be a negative only, right? Remember the rule of addition and subtraction of integers, right? Okay students, now let's see the fifth question. 625 multiplied by minus 35 plus minus 625 multiplied by 65. Here you can feel that both the multiplication have the 625 as a common number. But in one multiplication 625 is a positive one, and in another one 625 is a negative one. So there you need to take a little bit more care. So how can we make the negative as a positive? Let's see here, students. 625 into minus 35. Okay, can we write minus 625 as a multiplication of minus 1 and 625? Can we write like this? Can we write minus 625 as a multiplication of minus 1 and 625? ऐसा आप लिख सकते हैं? Yes, we can write. See, if you multiply them, you will get this only. Right? Why this method is been done? This method has been done so that we can remove the sign of minus from this and can give it to 1. This is the only reason, right students? There is no other reason for it. Now you can have a minus 625 as a common, but let's do one step further. See, minus 1 and 65 becomes minus 65 and 625 will be there. Now both the multiplication 625 is a common, so I am taking it outside. Now inside what remains? Minus 35 and minus 65. Now minus 35 and minus 65. Students, both are having the negative sign, so needs to be added. 35 and 65, we will have to add them. So we will get 100. Minus sign will be definitely there with the 100. 35 65 को अगर हम add करेंगे, so we'll get 100 and we'll give the negative sign to this number. Right? Now we'll multiply them. So 6 to 5, 2 zeros, and plus minus it is minus. Right, students? Now let's see one more question, that is 7 multiplied by 50 minus 2. Here students, what property we can use? Here we can use the distributive property. We can multiply 7 with the 50 first. In between we'll keep the minus sign, then multiply 7 with the 2. It doesn't matter whether you write in the sleeping format or you write in the standing format, doesn't matter, because calculations needs to be done in both the cases, right? So 7 into 50, it is 350, and 7 2s it is 14. So 350 minus 14, 10 minus 4 it is 6, 4 minus 1 it is 3, and 3. So the answer, students, is 336. Okay students, now let's see the next question, that is minus 17 into minus 29. Directly don't multiply them. We have to do the multiplication with the proper properties only, students. So which property we can apply? We can apply here the distributive property, but how we can apply? Let's see here. Okay, can I write 29 as a sum of minus 20 and minus 9, students? Can we write like this? See, minus 29, if you add them minus 20 and minus 9, you get minus 29 only, right? So what we can do now? We can multiply 17 with the 20 and then 17 with the 9. So minus 17, don't forget the sign, students, very important one. Now minus 17 with the minus 9. Now 17 20s up. That means 17 2s is 34 and put 1 0. So minus minus becomes plus. Now 17 9s up. That means it is 153 and minus minus becomes plus. So now we need to add them. So you get the answer as 393. Sorry, it's a 493. It's a 493, students. Now let's see the last question of it, that is h minus 57 multiplied by minus 19 plus 57. See students, here also the 57 is a negative integer. So can we make it as a positive? Yes, we can make it as a positive. In the previous questions only we have seen. So I can write minus 57 as minus 1 into 57 into minus 19 plus 57. Now see, minus 1 and minus 19, if you multiply them becomes 19. Multiply by 57 plus 57. Now from this multiplication and this one, if you don't have here anything, so you can consider it as a 1. So from both the multiplication we can take 57, students, outside. So what remains inside? 19. Here we are using the distributive property, and from here it is 1, right? So now 57 into 20. So we are getting the answer, students, as 1140. 1140. Students, this is the answer. I hope that you understood the question number 5.